Welcome to Real World, Real Talk with Dr. D.Z. Cofield. The show represents captivating conversations and insightful information to encourage and inspire you with all you need to become the best you can possibly be. And now, your host for Real World, Real Talk, Dr. D.Z. Cofield.
What's going on, everybody? This is Dr. D.Z. Cofield, Senior Pastor of the Good Hope Missionary Baptist Church, and your host for Real World, Real Talk. We've got a Let's Have Christmas edition of Real World, Real Talk today as we celebrate Christmas in the midst of COVID. And I want to lighten the mood a little bit, man. I mean, we're talking about surges within surges and the dysfunction and division in our country that's unbelievable. President-elect Biden has just been certified by the Electoral College. And I'll be honest with you, a whole lot of us were thinking, man, these electors, man, when they go in and vote, they better vote the right way, right? Because there was no telling what was going to be going on. Today, I want to bring some laughter into your life. We know that merriment and joy is good for the spirit, man. It's good for the soul. And if we ever needed to laugh before, we sure do need to laugh now. We need to smile. We need to encourage one another. And I've got my brother from another mother who is with us on the day, man. I am looking forward to having him and several of his crew on with us today. These brothers and sisters, man, can really bring it. And they're going to come and share with us today to bring some laughter to a COVID Christmas. Now, if you'd like to follow me during the week, you can follow me on all social media platforms at DZ Cofield. And if you know somebody who needs a good laugh, tell them to tune in anywhere in the world. Give them a call. If you're not in the Houston metropolitan area at 90.9 FM, they can go to ktsusuradio.com and hear live anywhere in the world. Man, let me bring in my brother who has, he's just rocked our church. He's rocked our airwaves before, and I'm really, really grateful for him. And that's none other than Jason Earl. Jason, what's going on, baby?
What's happening, Pastor Dr. D.Z. Cofield in the building? Bundility D.
What's going on, man? You doing all right?
Man, I'm doing fantastic. I'm just, man, real talk. I know I probably tell you this all the time, but you are probably one of the realest, most encouraging dudes in the faith, man, to be able to talk to. Just every time I get to talk to you, man, I walk away feeling encouraged, even if we just laughing. So always grateful for what you're doing.
Well, man, I appreciate you so much, man. Appreciate you for consenting to come on and do this show. You know as much as anybody how important laughter is in general, but especially to the body of Christ, man. We've been going through some really tough times, some difficult times. And if we can't laugh, if we can't enjoy ourselves, if God can't show us that all things work together, then we're in trouble, man. Our faith is in trouble.
Absolutely.
So you got some folk, man, that came in with you today, man. So let's start bringing in these fellas, man. First, I want you to introduce them as you see fit. We got Patrick Williams. So tell us something about Patrick, man, before we bring him in, man.
Dude, Patrick he reminds me where I was earlier in my career. He does this character that is crazy funny.
Okay.
And this character that he does has put him on different stages in front of thousands of people. And but not only that, he sets the character down and does stand up. He's won different stand-up comedy contests. Dude is a great dude from my hometown, Portsmouth, Virginia. Patrick Williams is one of the dudes that.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
What's up, Patrick? What's going on, baby? Hey, man.
Listen to all them people. That's what I'm talking. You heard somebody call my name? I heard them.
All right. Next, we got Cletus Kennedy, man. Tell us about Cletus.
Cletus Cassidy is what his name is, man.
I just saw the K, man. I went straight for the Kennedy, man.
So here's the thing. So Patrick's from my hometown, and really, Doc, sometimes when I'm on stage, I get on a plane and I ask the question, not the whole why me, but I'm grateful for the comedy that God allows me to do. But I think of so many funny people that growing up, them dudes were actually funnier than I was. Like, how was I the one that get to do this full time? So Patrick's one of the home dudes. Cletus is another dude from the 757 who is, I call him the fastest thinking comedian in the country, hands down. We went to rival high schools, and we ran track together on different teams, and we would joke, we would clown each other, and it was always a fierce battle. And this dude, he's like you, is on the radio. He's got a lot of stuff going. He was just featured on Kev on Stage, Keep Your Distance comedy show. This is my man, Cletus Cassidy.
Cletus Cassidy, yeah, baby, there he is, Cletus Cassidy. All right, Cletus, you're on mute. Listen, this is what
My fault. I appreciate you, Dr. Cofield. I appreciate you, Dr. Cofield.
I got you one
minute. We're gonna be saying names wrong.
All right, now we got the laugh therapist. Jason, who is the laugh therapist?
Listen, this is, you know, if you don't know how to spell or you don't know how to read and you read his name, it's not gonna say therapist. It's gonna you actually look at it, and if you find
another way to call R. Kelly's name.
Yo, so he is an Army veteran, another strong comedian, dude. He's on the radio as well. He travels. This is my man. My dad saw him perform and was like, "This is my son." I was like, "Wait a minute, how you gonna trade me?" So this is my man, Bernard, the laugh therapist. Hans.
What's up?
I don't know if y'all noticed. I don't know if y'all noticed we have a bigger crowd than NFL and NBA games right now. I just want y'all to
see that. I see that.
All right. We've got last but not least, Big Tim, man. Talk about Tim Shropshire, man.
Listen, Tim, if you haven't seen Tim, like he's got one video that he's done is gone virtual for the second time. I'm saying the likes of Earthquake, Niecy Nash, Malcolm Jamal Warner. This dude has a huge loving heart, and his comedy matches that. You've seen him. He was also featured on Kev on Stage, Keep Your Distance comedy show. Tim Shropshire. Yeah.
What's up, people? Y'all doing?
I know we're on KTSU. This dude is an Aggie, North Carolina
Aggie pride, baby. Aggie pride.
We got no problem with that, boy. So come on, man. Let's make the folk laugh, man. We came out of Thanksgiving. You know, some people were physically distancing, but about 8 or 9 million people decided that they were gonna go hard for Thanksgiving. And man, we got a surge. Man, what did y'all do over the holidays? That's what I want to know.
Well, personally, I was happy. No, this was one of the best holidays ever, man. It gave me a reason to not be around my family, which was great. A lot of people, man, they be trying to go in and be with it. I try to figure out, because first of all, anytime my family come around, for some reason, my family knows what I get paid for shows more than I do. So they've already come in calculating how much money I made. They like, you got this amount. I was like, no, I don't. They always come in asking for something. So that's good. We ain't got to fight over nothing, man. You got a lot of family members that can't cook. And, I was just tired of drinking my aunt's macaroni and cheese. So this year was good.
Hey, yo, did y'all see that? Y'all see that little video with from the Planet of Apes when Caesar grabbed the dude and like they said this was like on family reunion at Thanksgiving family comes to you like, let me borrow $20 to the mall. That's what I get sick of.
I was gonna see how this was gonna go. You went straight from me to Planet of the Apes. I was like, I look that bad, doing goodness.
Coming out the gate.
Hey, while we repping HBCUs, Dr. Cofield, Norfolk State University in the building. So I got to go with my behold the green and gold over the Aggie pride.
And just a little bit of HBCU history. I love Norfolk State. My parents went there. My uncle went there. and that was birthed out of the Virginia State University. Explosion.
I just want to tell y'all I didn't go to college because the SAT kind of slowed me down. I thought it was abbreviation for Saturday, and I wasn't going to school on Saturday. But now, all y'all be calling about y'all colleges. See, but y'all colleges, when they call y'all, they be asking for donations. My college, which is United States Army, send me a check the first of every month. They send me money. They don't ask for money, and sometimes they will increase my money. So y'all can talk about y'all went to college, got all these degrees. Now your kids finding out that y'all degrees are honorary with this daggone homeschooling. So you ain't gonna sit up here and try to talk about all these HBCUs because I didn't go to college. That's all right. I went to the Army and got a check for the rest of my life.
Well, it seems like they took some of your volume.
It definitely ain't going to the media budget. We tell you that.
Y'all can't hear me. Y'all can't hear me. What's going on then?
You mad at us? You mad at us?
Y'all can't hear me.
If you had went to college, you would have found out. In the Army now.
Brother, y'all gotta excuse Vernard. He using that tin can with the strings right now.
God, dog.
Is this mic on?
He tapping the computer.
Clean the dust off the microphone off the computer.
And, yeah, Patrick Mike, he got a good sounding mic. He looked like he on an old school praise and worship team.
So yeah, hey, this is the only way to do it. Yes, sir. I couldn't afford one of them snowball mics. You know, when the shows, COVID cut my budget, so I had to go back to what used to work. You know.
Come on.
Hey, Schraub, it's funny, man. Schraub just did talking about Thanksgiving food. This dude's life has been changed with some. He went after the vegan folks and found out stuff about the vegan community.
Hey, that's a cult, brother. That is a whole nother world. Vegan, they are their own nation. So yeah, they put more stuff in more processed food than we do, bro. It seemed healthy, but brother, to make vegan oxtails, do you know what all you got to put in it just to make it vegan oxtail? It ain't healthy no more. So I'd rather just have I can't say have I can't even say that. I'd rather have my protein.
Jesus and silver and gold.
I'd rather have my protein the way I have it. But the vegans, they came at me strong, brother. And when you talk about their food, they come at you strong, brother. And the food some vegan food don't be hitting. I ain't lying, man. You need some ham hock to make your greens rock. You know what I'm saying? So I can't do it the way they do it.
Yes, sir.
Man, I said I would be vegan if I could still eat beef, fish, chicken, and cheese. I'd be straight.
Everything.
It seemed like you, Jay. It's like you be on a vegan kick. When I was with you, you had a lot of tofu. When I was with you, I'm like, hey, bro.
Listen, bro. That's because Doc, I got high blood pressure now, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying not to take that medicine because I took that medicine, right? And I went to the doctor for the follow-up. She gave me a 30-day supply. And she came back and was like, so how's the medicine doing? I see it's lowered your blood pressure. What do you, any concerns? I was like, yeah, I put it to you like this. I don't like it, and my wife doesn't either.
My mind.
Yeah, I think I'll start eating better.
I just don't.
No, sir, I can't go that route.
Listen,
I rise unafraid.
I'm still in the Army. I just ain't saluting like the squad leader. It's just like, oh, yes, sir. All right, guess we're gonna march now, huh? Like, you know, the soldier that got a cigarette in his mouth. That's how I was saluting. I'm like, Doc, we need to change this up. Like, yeah, so we changed that bad boy up. I'm glad to say I'm back on squad detail.
Come on, somebody.
That's good.
So that's why you see me eating tofu sometimes, like trying to keep that blood pressure in check.
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I'm trying to make your mind straight because I'm contemplating on a food review show, and I ain't trying to get taken out of here though. But it seems like every time I put a piece of chicken in my mouth, it go viral.
It go viral. Do it, man. Do it. That's your lane.
I need to lose a good 50 first. I promise. I need to get my neck back before I do any food review. Because I ain't trying to go out like that. But yeah, I feel you, brother. But I thought about going. I guess the vegan concept, the way they rock with it. But I like the plant based in general. Just doing, I guess, the raw plant based. I think that's the best method. Because I ain't lying, they put so much stuff in there. I feel like it's more sodium in food for vegan.
Dude, why did you get so sad when you said plant-based? Did y'all hear that? Everybody like,
I'm brisket all day long. Bro, I love me. At 4 o'clock this morning, I was watching a 13-minute video on how to make brisket. So, brisket
ain't done till you get that smoke ring in it. But how do vegans do the holidays, Dr. Cofield? You a pastor, a doctor, a learned doctor. How do you do the holidays, vegans? Ain't no turkeys, ain't no hams. How's it happen, man? Like, if you got a vegan relative, that's the house you're not going over. that the house you is not.
Yeah, they would not be hosting. They would not be hosting anything.
Y'all come on over here for Thanksgiving. Nah, that's all right, man. I'm a Muslim. We don't even do Thanksgiving no more.
But they try to make everything like a meat option. Like, I don't like that. Like, just do vegetables. Stop trying to make meatless turkey, and you know, carrot dogs, that just don't count. It don't work.
Carrot dogs.
Yes, that's a thing for them. Ooh, I found a way to make a new version of the turkey. Like, no, we don't want that.
So let's keep going, man. So how has like COVID jacked up just about everybody's system who in a certain tax bracket? How would y'all say it's affected y'all with the comedy piece?
It shows down. Now, we're sitting virtual. I do a lot of virtual shows, but the only thing about it is virtual is cool. I feel like I've mastered the virtual piece, but ain't nothing like having those people in front of you, man. Comedy is a very personable thing that we do, man, and we need that instant gratification. It's hard to tell if your jokes are hitting virtually when you just see people muted on the Zoom screen, like, hey, sometimes you can see them laughing. Some people Wi-Fi, all jacked up and all that. So it's been different. It's been different. Trying not to complain so it can hurry up and open back up again.
I know that's right. Shrop and Clinton, y'all had some pretty successful comedy shows virtually.
Yeah, virtually. I've tested the waters, man. I've stepped out on faith a couple times and gone in front of some people. So that's been interesting as well. Traveled a couple times, about to travel again. So the thing about it. So I'm in a couple of groups with a whole lot of comedians, and they've complained about how hard it's hit them, man, and how they've been shut down. They haven't been on stage since March. They haven't done anything. But I think that in this season, just for me personally, it's one of those times where God gives you a moment just to kind of reset. And you have to kind of learn how to do some other things. And in this season, I personally believe this is just me. It might work out differently for other people, but I always believe that God puts you through certain things, not just to prepare you, not just to put you through it, but to prepare you for something that's going to happen later on. So I believe now there are going to be a group of people who are so well-rounded because they've learned not only how to do the stage, but now they're learning how to do virtual. So many people are now. You don't know how many people don't have any interview skills. So, and when I talk about interviews, I ain't talking about going into the jobs. When I'm talking about professional comedians who don't know how, if they get called to a late night show right now, the interview, they wouldn't know what to do. They just said, I don't know what to do with my hands right now. But this right here, these platforms teaching you how to interview, you working on your interview skills. Some people have the ability to be on radio, but never tried it before. So now you're learning this is what radio is. Radio is throwing a joke out there, and you don't know who's listening, but you have to be so confident in what your material is that without getting that instant synergy, this joint worked. You just throw it out, be like, I know it worked. I ain't even worried about it. You feel what I'm saying? So that's worked for a lot of people. A lot of pastors have now learned to get to the meat. You ain't got to feed me a whole cow to let me know I'm eating beef. Get in there and get it. Now, if we go back to 3-hour services, I don't know what y'all doing wrong. I've already said we don't need no praise team. Let the people pick their song in the car. You get in.
Hey,
30 minutes, we get out.
I'm telling you, hey, I shouldn't miss another kickoff on a Sunday morning. I mean, look, Zoom, you see them run out of gas at about 17 and a half minutes. They rounding 20, they closing it up. Benediction. So we should not be in church long no more.
And we got the funniest church in America because Patrick, Bernard, and Patrick and Bernard go to church. I just belong.
That's because we married.
Yeah, y'all wise, man. Y'all go. I got freedom. Patrick and Bernard go, but us is a couple of other comedians at our church, and our pastor, Bishop Kim Brown, is a comedian. So we all got that comedy aspect, and we've learned, man. Hey, let's tighten this thing up, man. It ain't no joke right now, man. So Dr. Cofield, I don't even know, man, how y'all gonna recoup.
I tell you what, some pastors wasn't ready. Some pastors, they wasn't ready. They got tossed out there into virtual reality, virtual social media and all that stuff. And some of their stuff wasn't up to par. They wasn't ready. They didn't have their Wi-Fi right. All their messages got broken up into series on accident because their Wi-Fi was buffering.
It was like my mic was the media people.
Yeah, and the churches itself, man. Look at how. I'll say this: look at the growth, and I think that the body is gonna come out with growth as a whole. Because I'm telling you now, I know a lot of people who have been like, man, every Sunday I do 4 services. I get to listen to Dr. Cofield preach. I get to listen to Dr. Brown preach. I get to listen to Jason preach, all in the same Sunday in that same time frame that you would normally just be in one service listening to. And I think a lot of people are gonna start growing because of that. I don't think they're gonna get confused because you remember when pastors used to be selfish. Don't you listen to nobody else preach. Right. They not teaching you the way I teach you. You got to listen to mine and mine alone. But that was because they were scared. They were scared. It's just like somebody be like, don't you eat no other cake. If you eat some more cake, you might like that cake a lot more and leave my cake. And the pastors want I was gonna say the pastors want their cake ate, but that was gonna sound wrong. So but I said it anyway. We're gonna move on before we get kicked out there.
Look, but I think another thing that messed churches up, a lot of people won't set up for online giving. And now once church, I ain't gonna say a church, but they be trying to collect their money from the people. And it's just, I'm like,
you see, a lot of them doors closed.
Or them deacons was going around. Them deacons was going around knocking on doors. Miss Susan, I know you got your check this morning.
There's still a lot of checks in the mail right now.
I know you're home.
So the deacon turned into the Jehovah's Witness.
They sound like your boy Coming to America. Don't try to play that unconscious. I know you breathing.
Hey, I know at church they didn't have a drive-through service because they just didn't have the capacity. They had a drive-through offering. That's all they had. Like, y'all come up here, get your offering, and be out.
No, the truth
in the rain is there.
But they say what they want to say about the millennial church. The millennial church was prepared.
Yeah.
It's First Baptist out on a hill near your grandmama's house. That's the one that's suffering because all them old folk ain't getting on no internet. They ain't doing no PayPal, no Churchify. They'll mail it in, but they ain't getting it. Those are churches that are suffering. But them old people, the ones that still pay. You ain't found no old churches fall.
Absolutely.
Old people. I'm sending the Lord this money.
Look, I got my dues envelopes. Y'all remember them dues envelopes?
The church been on since 1925. They ain't got no mortgage. They ain't got nothing. So they don't know what their money going through the lights or something. They ain't got
the light bill is at an all-time low. I know a church that's been struggling to stay up. Boy, they was like, boy, this pandemic is the best thing that ever happened to us.
We ain't got to pay no musicians. Money. That's what we gonna do.
They ain't paying no musicians. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't cut the lights off. Boy, they done got caught up on everything. They were behind. What happened when they repossessed Jesus?
The only people who losing out, whose music is getting bootlegged from YouTube, they snatching that and
instead of our praise and worship team, we just gonna play a video of Travis Green.
We don't own the rights to this music. We know you don't. You heard you already know.
Wait a minute. I got to tell you this, Jason. So I don't know if this is a compliment or not, but I was asked to be part of some fellowship. And so I go into the fellowship, and then they said, "Oh, we're going to have comedy tonight by comedian Jason Earls." And I was like, "Oh, man, they got Jason on." And they went to a YouTube clip to play.
Hey, Jason want that check. He like, can you tell me that
my money?
Right, you better cut the check.
But I'm not mad because what's the dude named Jeff Dunham? Jeff Dunham is a ventriloquist.
Yeah.
And dude, his stuff, people were playing, like putting his stuff on YouTube, and he started getting his lawyers to go after them. But then he realized he was selling out all across the country. Everywhere he went, selling out 2-3 shows because people was bootlegging his stuff and putting it on YouTube.
Hey, look at Tyler Perry. That's how he went. Everybody had Medea plays in the house, bootleg.
Yeah, but you just got the pressure for comedians. So the thing about Tyler Perry plays and stuff, I think people will go see them 12, 13 times. Because people will listen to you sing the same song 100 times. If Luther could come back right now, everybody be like, man, sing now and now, here and now. He ain't got to have no new music. They don't care what. Listen, Frankie Beverly ain't had a new song in 3,000 years, and he still travel. Comedians, you can't do them same joke, and they done seen it twice.
Yeah.
That's it.
Twice.
They'll give you 2 because they enjoyed it the first time, but after that, you need to come with something new.
I'm struggling right now. I got a show at 3:00, a virtual show. This church done booked me so many times. I said, I don't got nothing else to say. I got to come up with the top 10 reasons why 2020 won't that bad. I'm pulling out the end.
Well, Tim, that's when you toss that church to one of your brothers here.
Wait, say Tim say, nah.
I ain't
Not
just
doing
number.
the
Ain't no
Tim said it ain't that bad.
And Tim constantly got kids coming through too.
Yeah, Tim on his 4th one. Wife pregnant with 4, right?
Come on, number 4.
He trying to catch Jason.
Don't stop. You to get it. That's what I say.
Come on now. I didn't take no blood pressure pills. I've been rolling. Rolling.
I got a boy and a girl. Ain't no need for me to have no more. I'm good right here where I'm at. They ain't making them no different. I got one boy, one girl. That's enough.
We got 2 girls and our son, and then
and
one more boy. I ain't told nobody but y'all.
Hey, Cletus, if you pop up with another kid, they're gonna be like, we need to talk to you, doc.
They already do it, man. I ain't never been married, man. I call both my kids my sins. And so I can go ahead off the top and let people know I got these 2 sins. Mm-hmm. And real story, one time we was in church, and I've been calling the kids my sins so long. We was in an old church, and they started off with, what can wash away my sins? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. My son got nervous. You mean I could be washed away? I was like, no, son. If that was possible, I would have been done that.
Well, I got one about to go to college, and one is a sophomore about to be a junior. I ain't trying to have another child.
Wow.
Well, you also beyond that age, unless your wife.
There you go. Sarah. You right.
I'm trying to figure out why I'm on this call. That's the second thing I couldn't relate to y'all. I didn't go to college, and I don't have no kids. Why am I here?
Because you light skinned.
You know who had the most? Look at Petey.
Balance the melanin.
But look at Petey. He the older one that he still looks 17. He's young.
That's because I drew my beard on before I got on here. That's all.
Look, I'm gonna tell y'all, Dr. Cofield and Peter look like family. Y'all need to go to
No, but do you see the separation on this Zoom on his line? It's all light at the top, all dark at the bottom.
Cream rises to the top, baby. Cream rises to the top, baby.
That's true. Oh, y'all are screaming.
That fool say y'all are creamy.
Light skin brothers on top today.
Y'all go ahead.
Hey, yo, so have any of y'all got COVID? Anybody recovering?
That is the weirdest HIPAA violation ever.
Just call it out.
Yo, I thought anybody had it. Yo,
you must go to a church with a sickness, don't you?
Yeah, I'm just getting over it right now. I've been quarantined for the last 8-9 days. My mom got it. My mom, husband is in the hospital. So yeah. Yeah, we had it. Yeah, but thank
God
God.
to move down.
Now, no, because it's good because that's thank God for Zoom because I could still do my Zoom comedy while I had COVID. I was just coughing all into my mic, no nobody else mic.
That brother got me wiping my white right now.
My grandma got off the phone with me the other day because I called.
Pastor to put his mask on. Everybody looking at Bernard like he a leper.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, so man, I took that COVID test. Man, listen, that thing ain't no joke.
And no, ain't no joke. Peter got scared of it. Peter said it punctured his brain.
Hey, I took it a couple of times. It bring a tear to your eye.
That's because Peter worked for the government.
Yeah.
And my daughter take one every week, every other week. But they done came up with all kinds of ways, man. They out there doing the NFL ones. They doing a saliva one, a cheek swab. They only went up the nose, I think, once or twice.
Listen, they went up my nose so far, man. When I came home, used the bathroom, and wiped myself, the toilet tissue said negative. It's like
you actually look at it,
dude. Yeah.
Well, they tell you you're supposed to, though. They tell you.
Don't. Yeah.
You don't.
No, I'm saying you look in the stool. You're supposed to look in the stool.
You don't look at it, bro.
Oh, nah. You gotta look at it, make sure you got it.
Listen, that ain't what I check for. I just go to the field. I got down by feel. You know, you know when you hit a barren desert. You know,
see, Peter, you of age, you don't need white. See, white.
Bernard got a white when he get in there first.
I start off with white.
Yeah, Bernard, all his.
You start off with white. You got to moisten it first. That is crazy.
You get some water in your system.
Loop the tube. That is crazy. That brother say he got to hit it first.
That is hysterical. Brothers like, leave my drawers clean. I tell you that much. I ain't got no.
Let me ask you all a question.
Yeah, but y'all don't know his wife though.
In the midst of all of the craziness, man, with the lawsuits that the president has been putting forth and going to the Supreme Court and being rejected on multiple occasions, man, what has been y'all's take on what has been going on, man, in the White House since November the 3rd?
I'm gonna give you two perspectives.
I knew he was coming with it. Lord have mercy.
I'll give you two perspectives. First and foremost, I didn't worry about that man. That man foolish. It happened. He knew he lost. You know you lost. We've all been around homeboys who've been in a fight. They lost a fight, but we still act like they won it. You keep running around telling people, you know, I whooped Jamal. You ain't beat Jamal, but we're gonna let you think so. You know. But here's what's hilarious to me. From a church standpoint, not even a biblical standpoint.
Talk about it, sir.
In the church, we'll preach to people, don't stop. What God is appointed, you just keep going. I don't care what the world say. If God told you you're gonna be in that position, then you can have it. You don't stop. You keep pushing, huh? Don't let anything be an obstacle. Now, when he start doing that same principle, look at this fool. He won't even give up. He know he was beat.
That's what you tell Christians, Cletus. Christians.
Right. I was like, he ain't living by the same principles I go by.
No, I was like, man, let that thing go, man.
I tell you what, it just looked like the man quit to me. I ain't too political, but he looked like he just gave up. He
ain't gave up yet, though. He's still holding on to January 6th.
No, I'm talking about quit doing anything. That brother ain't did nothing COVID related, nothing. He gave up to me.
Well, Pete, if you got fired and you knew you only had 30 days left, you ain't going to be working.
That's normally how
working your hind parts off.
Dr. Cofield, the crazy part about this, I was on a CNN panel with some veterans in 2016, and they was asking us if we were still in, how we would like for him to be our commander in chief. And everybody was like, he is going to ruin this. I got that on video. So if anybody say I got proof that I said the man was going to ruin everything. For me, I don't know about everybody else, but my stocks went up. So
yeah, I don't think he ruined everything. Like, no, he ruined everything. He was just a horrible leader. Like, you can have great ideas and all that, but your leadership be poor. Dr. Cofield, no, he got some pastor friends that were head of the class in seminary. But boy, their leadership was on garbage. And so ain't nobody at the church but them, they wife and they kids. You can't get nobody else to follow you, man.
Hey, how many of y'all had some pastors to pop up in your mind when he said that though?
Yeah.
3, 4 pastors. I said, oh, so that's why they by themselves. Oh, that's why they
know I did.
So here's what my approach has been, man. I'm always looking at, okay, what if like Jesus came and unified us, like, man, how can we use this thing, like the ugliness of it, to unify us? And so as I've been talking to people on all sides, what I've been telling some of my, my folks that I talk to that say that the media is like being deceptive and Trump really won, the stuff was rigged, and they're going off as if the stuff is factual. And so frustrated, I was like, so what you feeling now, here's what I need you to realize. What you feeling now, let's just hypothetically say that's true. That's what every black person been feeling for all these years. When we saying, man, here's what the evidence says, and y'all like, no, that's not, y'all ain't trying to hear it. I want you to have that same energy next time you have a conversation with some black folks who in trouble with the system and saying the system is beating. All these years we've been saying the system has been rigged. Now y'all want to say the system is rigged when y'all saying it hadn't been. That's my thing. So I'm just like, yo, let's be consistent with this thing. Don't pick and choose when you saying is rigged.
Man, the system ain't rigged. The system works for exactly what the system was set up for. White male landowners. Y'all keep forgetting when they signed the Constitution stuff, it was white male landowners. If you was poor white, you might as well almost been black. You ain't all the way. We'll treat you a little better than them. And if you was a woman, it won't even no need for you to be involved in the system. So now the system, what Trump did was show that this is how the system works. And when people got a general understanding of the system, they're like, hold on, dog, this ain't right. Mm-hmm. Trump learned the system and worked it exactly how it was set up. And now people are like, wait a minute, system, nah, dog. And he's showing all the flaws in the system. Like when I say every flaw, we never had a president go back and demand recounts. But that law is there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He didn't invent that law. That law was there. Now people are looking at this is a dumb law. I bet you they start getting rid of a lot of this silly stuff. The Electoral College, man, people thought they had homecoming at the Electoral College. I graduated from Electoral College. You can't go to the Electoral College. So until he won the election through the Electoral College, a lot of people had no idea that it even existed. They thought a popular vote was it. And you just win because you had more votes. And so now
they just ain't pay attention in world history class. So that's what that was.
Man, everybody ain't had world history, man. You just
ain't nothing about
on that 12th grade, you weren't paying attention. They gave you that age just so you could get out to school.
Hey, Cletus, Jason from Virginia, he only place he learned history was in Jamestown. That's all they took us to.
4th grade slavery.
Yes, sir.
Peter, pack your lunch, bring $20 for that Jamestown trip.
Dr. Cofield, I know you in Texas, but Dr. Cofield, literally where we are, they take you to a plantation in 4th grade to let you know this is where the slaves land and this is where you should be.
That's the Texas equivalent to the Alamo. I think everybody takes that Alamo trip.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'll tell you what's funny, man. Texas is the only place I know that celebrates a loss. I mean, like nobody celebrates a loss like
Virginia, what do you think they do with the Confederacy? Man, we got more statues and flags up here in Virginia. No, we celebrate it. Texas is just a different. Texas is a different country. Yeah. It ain't even a state. Texas is a whole different country. We came to matter of fact, you at Texas Southern, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, we came and did a show at Texas Southern. My good friend Marcus D. Wiley came out because he used to be on the faculty.
Yep.
Of Texas Southern. He came out to the show. Man, when we got to Texas, we flew into Texas. Texas is the only airport I ever seen that said no unregistered guns. Everywhere else they tell you no guns in the airport. Texas is like, no, you can have them.
They registered.
Be unregistered. And they just shoot stuff for fun. Brothers came pick us up like, man, you want to go to the shooting range? We're like, man, we ain't bring no guns. We're like, don't worry about it. We got you. Brothers was coming in with duffel bags full of guns. So I don't know what war y'all are ready for in Texas.
They ready.
Y'all are gonna win.
Also, the thing about Texas, that's the best place for a military retiree. As far as taxes and far as other place, if I didn't live in Virginia, Texas would be the place. I mean, every car, it's ridiculous. I love it.
Every restaurant got a veterans discount. They don't accept Army of the Lord, but they will definitely give you a discount.
Hey, Bernard, to that point, that's why the dude who owned Tesla just moved here. Mm-hmm. Jim Rogan moved here. Joker's getting them tax breaks.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no state income tax.
That's right. What? And they don't tax your military retirement.
Texas is a different country. Texas do what Texas want to do, and
so
don't nobody
else brisket taste so good. It's just different. It's just different. Everywhere else dry.
Houston is the biggest city I ever been in my whole life. Houston got 5 downtowns. We drove.
Facts.
We drove on the interstate for an hour and a half doing 70 miles an hour, and we're still in Houston.
I want to go to San Antonio and Houston. That's why I want to. That's
man, that's nice.
I heard both of those spots.
San Antonio, learn Spanish.
Yeah.
Anyway, in Texas. Anyway, man, Tim, let me tell you how big Houston is. They put the Houston Stadium in there, and they didn't even blink an eye. They just had room for it. They
kept the Astrodome.
Your boy on the Astrodome, they had church in there.
Yeah.
So you got different types of Houston. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. You got downtown where the Rockets play. You got a downtown where the Astros play. A downtown where the Texans play. And none of them next to each other. They all it's crazy.
I just want to know where the Turkey Hut at. That's all I want to know.
Turkey Hut, 3rd Ward, baby.
All right.
Wait a minute, but here's what's funny about the Turkey Hut. You know, they have been the poster child for black people not wearing masks because they've been lined up like 7 on a mule and nobody wearing a mask. Lined up. I mean, they next to each other, boy. They like sardines to get them turkey legs, and nobody wearing a mask.
You see how thug Bishop Doctor got when you said third ward, baby. He threw hands over there.
The voice changed and everything.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna tell you the most depressing thing about Texas. When you traveling to Texas and you coming from Louisiana and you hitting the Texas line, it says 839 miles to El Paso. So if you traveling through Texas, you already know you got about 3 days just to make it to one state. That is ridiculous.
Yeah,
that is ridiculous.
It's his own country, man. If California and Texas just blended together, they probably be bigger than the rest of the United States.
That's what they're doing now. All these Californians moving to Texas.
Texas.
It's true.
Texas. Man, so what are y'all looking forward to this year, man, coming up?
2021?
2021, yeah. Besides standing in line waiting for a vaccine.
I'm gonna get a refund from all the pastors that told me 2020 was gonna be my year. I know that. Y'all better change y'all watch night. Y'all better take these watch night serious. These watch night sermons gonna be different this year.
Your vision is clear.
It was definitely clear vision.
And that ain't even true. Like 2020 ain't even the clearest vision you can have. They just threw it out there because they saw one Pearl commercial. Yeah. But I've been inspired by a lot of brothers in 2020, man. Really, Jason. Me and him, he and I talk on some real stuff about business. Kevin on stage is a good friend of mine. He and I talk about a lot of things. So what I look forward to more in 2021, I call 2020 my bow and arrow year. And so if you know anything about archery, you have to pull the bow back in order for it to propel. And so I think a lot of us feel like we're in that period where we're being pulled back. And I think 2020 was a pullback year. And now when we release 2020, let all that mess go, we're going to be able to fly to a whole different plane. So that's what I have to
go to church. You got a whole lot of sermons. A whole lot of sermons in you. You got the word in you for you not to go to church. You can,
I don't know.
Your sermon game on 1,000.
Sometimes you got to encourage yourself.
He's supposed to be.
You know anything about archery? You got to pull that thing back. I said, look at the illustration, Doc. Look at the illustration.
You're gonna do that. He's gonna shoot you off.
So that's my thing in 2021. I just look at taking the if you want to go street, I want to turn my L's into lessons or whatever you want to take it. I want to just be able to learn from what 2020 provided us and fly at a whole nother level in 2021.
That sounds like a watch night sermon right there.
You can have it, Doc. You can have it. Cash out Cletus Comedy.
But 2021 for me gonna be kind of scary. My daughter's going off to college, and she gonna be like 4.5, 5 hours away, and gotta let them fly. But Jesus,
that brother just sound like he's struggling on that.
Hey,
yeah,
it's gonna be all right.
I got 3 sons and 1 daughter. You know, I don't
Put your hands on the screen and start praying right now.
yeah.
Trained up well. They're gonna take care of them.
Who's they? Who's they gonna take care?
I'm just saying the school. I was saying the school, brother. The school. Look, he on the defense. Who is they? Who is they? That PTSD. The school. That PTSD kicked in. His hat went sideways. Who is they?
So, I mean, it's a blessing. You know, she fought hard. She going to Virginia Tech, and that's just that's life. You know, they grow up, they go. My son went to Norfolk State, so.
Say goodbye to what we had. Keep talking, brother.
Hey, letting that boy go is different though. Like all us ain't here, men. We all know letting that boy go is different. When your boy go away, he the only man you got to worry about.
Yes, sir.
When that girl go away, you got to worry about every man that's around her, boy.
Yes, sir.
Every man.
Everyone.
Wow. Now we think about us in those days. That's what we think about. Like, Lord.
Which is why you don't trust none of them. I tell my daughter right now, don't you join that gospel choir. Uncircumcised Philistines in there.
Yeah, you're banned.
All they try to do is lay hands. You do something secular.
Yeah, Tim, what you looking forward to, man, in 2021, brother?
Pretty much what Cletus was mentioning. Just really embracing this virtual scene, and 2020 really taught me a lot. And basically, you know, just winning at home, and that's what I really want to do. I want to win at home as much as possible. Going back to family, you know, we got two girls, 2 boys, and so and they little 6. You know, the oldest is 6. So I want to be here as much as I can, help the wifey out. But knowing that I can go in my office and take care of business, that's dope. Just to even fathom. Like if I have to go out just to make money, if I got to be present just to make a living, you know, I ain't. You know, this whole pandemic then showed me as another pivot. That's another way, and to be just as effective, and honestly even more effective. You can be even more creative in what you do. You have more. Especially we talking about being an influencer online, you have more creative control with your audience that you're working with. So just beefing up on a lot of things like Cletus mentioned, you know, our network of brothers that we talk to, like Jason, like Kev, and the whole 9, like, you know, you see what they're doing, creating their own virtual space. If you're not winning in this season as being a creative, you know, that's your fault. That's everything you need is out there. And you got every blueprint it's out there. They're showing you how to do it. So it's not a mystery. So they tell you what kind of lights to use, what kind of camera to use, what kind of lighting to use, whatever it is. And you just go from there. So I'm just really want to embrace that more than ever. So when it does open back up, you know, you have, you know, we was talking about having, like Jason mentioned about how Jeff Dunham and being able to sell out that, you know, various shows because you have this audience that you've built, and it's the perfect time to build a tribe right now, you know, and it's being consistent at dropping content. So honestly, that's just my focus in regards to the comedy arena. And so other business ventures I want to, you know, take advantage of. And, but I just love being around my family, man. The kids, they young, man. And I can't freeze time, and they just, and so I love it. I love being able to spend time with them, spend time with the wife, and experiencing what this little baby boy gonna be like in February, March. So we're just gonna see what 2021 is gonna be like. But at the end of the day, I just want to make the best of each moment, and that's all we rocking.
Yeah.
Liking to be around your family will wear off, Tim.
Huh?
That joy of family will wear off. Don't worry about it.
Man, no, man. That's how. But look,
You got some skilled family people in here now. You like the oldest one is 6. They're like, oh yeah, okay, all right.
No,
they ain't got no teen years yet. Then you be like, man, I'm just trying to be on the road as much as possible, man. If I can just be away from home.
Nah. That about me and my wife. I'm like, nah. When I mean I'm family oriented, man, that's just how we rock. Even my pops, like I'm a kid. I talk about that every day, man. You know.
Oh, you one of those people that had a daddy. So now we understand.
Oh yeah, I had a structure that was right there. I had a real daddy.
I got you.
He can't work no microphone either. So you know what I'm saying. So I'm family, man. I love that's why we had a big family. And we wanted people like, man, you crazy? You wanted more than 2 kids? You sure? I'm like, yeah, man, that's what we want, man. So I it's something about it, bro. So that's the way we move. That's why, honestly, that's why I left my job so that I can be more intentional with my family. So I left my job just so that I can be with my kids, and to travel with my family, travel with my wife. I love that my kids can go to shows with me, see what daddy do, So that's what I'm all about. And I really want us to, and teaching them how to win, even in business. We were homeschooling before the pandemic started, So, and they create their own, create their own then. So that's how we roll, bro. Well, I hope, but I'll be thinking about that though. I heard like when they get around 15, 16, they don't be as attached. So that's also why I'm just loving on it right now. Cause I know how they can get though.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It won't be you trying to run; it'd be them trying to run.
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh no, I ain't trying to hang out. Bye, Patrick. What are you planning on, man? What are you looking forward to in 2021?
So for me, 2020 has really put some things in perspective. I seen, like as Cletus mentioned earlier, as far as people online, you've seen a lot of people in our field in comedy that were just really down about what had happened. And right then I realized, I said, man, I have to take advantage of this moment. Like the reality is I still work a 9 to 5. So I wasn't hit like some of my brothers were hit. You know what I mean? So some people would say, well, you were straight. So you really can't talk. But the reality is that's what I love to do. And that's the where I'm headed. That's where I'm trying to go. So I still felt the effects of it. I just, so some of the stuff that I would use to put back into my business had just got cut off. So I still felt the effects. It might not have been detrimental to the point, some of my brothers and sisters, but the reality is I still felt it. So for me, I'm just trying to put my ducks in a row and regroup and put some things in place and utilize my space different. So for me, I got rooms in my house that wasn't necessarily being used the best way. So now I'm knocking some walls. I'm putting some stuff in place. I got all this stuff that I done bought off Craigslist and offer up, but it was just in a room, just stuck there. Now I can actually start putting some stuff together, put my lights up and put, where I can have an in-home studio where I could do my thing and not leave the comfort of my own home. So the reality is, man, it really helped me to put some things in perspective. The family piece, you just really miss. I'm a people person, so I miss people. I put it online just about every 3 months. I put something on there like, look, man, I just miss people. I always been one to put stuff online, like as far as trying to build content, but I was chasing it for the wrong reasons. I was trying to go viral. Now I'm just enjoying the moment. Now I just put stuff on there just because I like what I do. Just putting it on there, you know what I mean? So when I see those videos that pop back up from 3 years ago, I'm like, wow, okay, I've grown from that. It's more of a personal thing and not just headed towards something. I was always doing things for, thinking I had the right thinking, but I wasn't. And 2020 helped me with that. And trying to just be, like Tim said, just be more consistent. So in the season, I'll put videos up. It wasn't doing the numbers that I wanted them to do. Then I forget it. I'm good. Nah, I like on stage better. No, the reality is keep doing it till you get better. Keep doing it till you do get the numbers that you need, but don't focus so much on the numbers. That numbers game is a thing, and you trying to chase it and trying to get it it will consume you and be a whole different beast. So, man, I just really, I'm just revamping some things and thankful for an opportunity to even go into 2020 with this outlook. So that's what I'm at.
Can I get a mulligan?
Yes, sir.
2021. I'm going towards more of the mental health. I've been, even though I'm a comedian, I do battle with PTSD, and I have been getting a lot of opportunities to speak about, mental health in the military, mental health in the Black community. I did a piece on that, and people have just been hitting me, hey, can I use your article and this and stuff like that? And Cletus had told me one time, he said, for you to have PTSD, you look like a person that don't have the mental health, because I am a comedian and laughing and stuff like that. So I want to continue to try to break that stigma, especially in the Black community.
Yeah.
Especially in our community.
It's definitely an issue that we have to deal with. There are so many stigmas attached to mental health, and really just helping people come to mental wellness, is really, I think, the key piece. Jason, what are you looking forward to, man, in 2021?
Man, I'm looking forward to not settling. In other words, man, I just look at, man, I read the scriptures and I see, like, man, all this stuff, like who I am, all the stuff that God's placed inside of me, to be an impact, to empower people, to even better take care of my family. And I feel like for so long, I've kind of been distracted by some good things, and that's prevented me from doing the great things. So when I say like 2020 has brought like some clear vision, just making me see that stuff. Like COVID shut some stuff down. Now I was like, man, I've started writing 3 books, and all of them are just a few files in my computer, and I've done nothing with them for years. So I'm glad not. So 2021, y'all gonna be reading some books from Jason Earls. Y'all gonna be reading some fun. I already got one I just got off the phone that's in its last edit, and ready for the next one to be done. That was more of a devotional. So it's, man, I just think that along with others that I know, man, we've just been not living to the fullest potential that God created and the power that He's placed inside of us. And man, I'm just looking forward to those shackles. The reality of those shackles have been off, but just running towards that stuff.
Well, let me take this opportunity to thank all of you for being with us on today. It's been absolutely tremendous to have these brothers share with us, and I hope that you got something to laugh about. The truth of the matter is, every one of us has something to be thankful for. And as we look back over 2020, lessons learned, opportunities that may be presented, I hope you're coming to a place now where in 2021 you're prepared. There won't be any more shocks or surprises with COVID-19. We won't have any more issues regarding elections. We'll still be dealing with divisions in this country and racial unrest and economic crisis. But in the midst of it all, we know God is good and God is still on the throne. And so I want to encourage you to make sure you focus on the positive things. Make sure you focus on the opportunities that are in front of you, not the opportunities lost behind you. Take advantage of these opportunities and make next year the best year it can possibly be for you. All right. This is Dr. DZ Cofield for Real World Real Talk signing off. Man, enjoy your holidays. Stay safe. Win at home. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your peace of mind. And God bless. Take care.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Real World Real Talk. Be sure to subscribe to this podcast to be notified of new episodes every week. Follow us via social media using the @RWRTDZ username on all platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. To submit any comments, questions, sponsor opportunities, or future show suggestions, visit us online at rwrtdz.com or via email at info@rwrtdz.com. Thank you for listening, and we hope you've been inspired to be the change you want to see in the world today. Until next time, be real, keep it real, and stay real.